All right, so here at the shop this morning, gonna check out the Ventrac, see what's going on with it. Shout out to all you guys that have sent me messages and kind of given me some ideas on what to look for on this. So last night I ended up going and buying some 15 amp fuses, put the fuse in there, and the PTO turned on when I pulled the switch, but it immediately shut back off. So within like 3 seconds, it blew the new fuse. So I'm like, all right, it's got to be in the wiring or something's going on, you know. So a lot of guys reached out to me, told me what to look for. The PTO switch, or I should say the clutch, the wiring going to it. I guess sometimes debris can kind of get up there and pull on the wiring, kind of mess it up. So we're going to check for any type of frays in the wiring, or see if it's, you know, split the wiring, tore it up, stuff like that. So I'm gonna get into it, man. We'll see what we find out. All right, guys, so still checking this thing out, man. I've kind of looked at the wires in front of the clutch, behind the clutch, trying to check those out, see if there was any melted wires or any wires that were frayed. Everything looks good there. Kind of running the wires back through here to see how they look. Everything looks good. I appreciate all the guys that have sent me messages on things to check out, because, you know, machine's new to me. It's the first time this has happened, so it's kind of like trial and error. When things go down, you try to figure out what's going on with it. So some guys have sent me, a whole lot of guys have sent me messages, you know, on things to check out. So I appreciate that so much. I just got off the phone actually with CrossRoads Lawn and Garden. Talked to Ian there at CrossRoads, and he told me to check a few things. We did that, and then now I'm checking out the PTO, the clutch, the wiring going to the plug-in. So checking out the ohms there. It looks like the clutch may be bad. It's registering on this little multimeter here. It's like 0.5. It's supposed to be between 2 and 4 ohms. So I'm thinking that's our problem. I'm gonna try to swing this camera around, see if you guys can pick up the reading on this multimeter. So here is the clutch. Here is the wiring coming off the clutch, and it goes to this harness right here, this plug-in. So we're gonna check this plug-in right here and see what the ohms are. So we have the probes there in the wiring harness, that plug-in, that go into the clutch. And then if we look over here on our multimeter, it's showing, it's usually hanging out about 0.5 ohms. Kind of goes up and down, but it usually hangs out about 0.5. I don't even know, man. I'm not a mechanic. I just run the Ventrac and clean up properties, but to me it's showing 0.5. Somebody else might check it, might show something else, but that's the reading I'm getting anyways. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. This is kind of a new machine to me as far as breakdown goes. You learn, man. You learn through the process. It's like once you start having breakdowns and you learn what to look for and what kind of goes down on different machines, then you can kind of get to know your machine a little bit more and keep it up and running. We've been farming since the 50s. My dad, my grandpa, they've worked on equipment their whole life, and they've always gotten their equipment back up and running. So this is not uncommon. I mean, if you run equipment, you're going to have problems. The main thing is, if you don't know how to work on them, number one thing is dealer support. You got to have good dealer support. And second thing is, if you can work on them, it'll be a little easier on you. You'll be able to, you know, work through things when things come up and get through them, get back out there and making money. So that's the main thing, man. It's like, if you got a piece of equipment, just want to encourage you guys to try to work on it, you know, try to get it back up and running, try to figure something out, because in the long run, it'll definitely be of benefit to you in your business. But if you're not mechanically inclined, you better find a really good dealer to keep you rolling. What's going on, guys? Cameron here with the Lawn Care Life in Mowssouri. I'm on our little road trip 45 miles away because the Ventrac dealer told me, if you drive 45 miles, I'll meet you and take it. This dealer is 2.5 hours away from me. So instead of me driving 2.5 hours to this dealer, he said, I'll meet you. I'll meet you. Just drive 45 miles down the road from your hometown, and I'll meet you there, and I'll get your Ventrac back up and going. And on top of that, on a Sunday morning, it's 10 o'clock. I'm about to pull in here to Walmart and meet this Ventrac dealer. He's going to check it out and see if he can get me up and going. So shout out to CrossRoads Lawn and Garden, Western Kentucky. You guys go check them out. If that's not dealer support, I don't know what is.
Unlike your 0.6 of an ohm, that's actually a valid reading.
See what you get on yours. That's what I was getting, 0.5.
All right, that's fair enough. That's really, truly a dead short. And I think that's fair.
Hey, so far so good, man. I think he's got the Ventrac up and running. So he replaced that clutch. Sounds good. Clutch is turning, PTO's turning, blades are turning. I think we're good to go. So shout out to Ian with CrossRoads for coming and saving me, man. Now I can get back on that job and finish it up. This is the man right here. Ian with CrossRoads Lawn and Garden.
Yep, we're real thankful the camera came out and met me in Sykeston today. We get his machine repaired, and Ventrac's going to take care of everything. So
I appreciate that a lot, man. I was down with this thing, and I'm like, I've already been to the property twice that I'm working on right now. I'm actually going to go back and finish the job up today. But anytime your equipment goes down, you're like, man, got to get this thing back up and running as quick as possible so we can get out there and make some money. So I've always talked about it in previous videos. Dealer support's #1.
Absolutely.
I think you guys have done that for sure.
Thank you.
So if you guys are in the Western Kentucky, Southern Illinois, Tennessee, even Mowssouri, go check out CrossRoads Lawn and Garden. Where are you guys located?
Benton, Kentucky, just east of the lakes, or just east toward the lakes from Benton.
There you go, check them out. All right, guys, I am back where I broke down the other day, back at it. Again, man, can't say enough good things about CrossRoads Lawn and Garden, Benton, Kentucky, Ventrac dealer, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks so much for getting me back up and rolling. Definitely went above and beyond to make sure I could get back out here and finish this job. So I've got this area to tackle here, and again, this area back behind me. So gonna set the camera up, let you guys watch and enjoy. Oh, so one more thing real quick. You will see the Ventrac looks a little different today, and that is because I took the duals off. So I had one tire that had a slow leak, kind of developed over time, and I wanted to make sure I got that tire back to 100% before I put it back on here, and ended up with a flat tire. So took all the duals off, and the first time This is the first time I've ran it without the duals on, so I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how it performs without the duals. Man, got that one wrapped up. It took a few attempts, but hey, it's all good. The Ventrac is running good, and the customer was happy to finally get that job finished up. About 6 acres we knocked out for the guy. He's gonna be able to get his horses back in there, be able to get that fence live, so keep all his livestock in there. But super fun day. glad I was able to get it done, and until next time, man, we'll see what we get into next. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much. Hit the subscribe button, like the video if you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. But I'm Cameron with the Lawn Care Life in Mowssouri. Hope you guys have a good day, and as always, hey, God provides.